And in Norse mythology, in Valhalla, 12 gods were peacefully feasting until Loki, Chaos Gremlin extraordinaire, showed up uninvited as guest number 13, and got another god killed. Again, 13 means bad news. Speaking of which, want to hear how this actually went down? It's high time for a side quest anyway. So, the gods are all enjoying a cozy little dinner party in Valhalla. Actually, let me pause for a second and tell you how we got into this mess in the first place, and let me introduce you to some peeps so this all makes at least some sense. I'm probably going to mispronounce these, but Baldur, the sweet Baldur, was basically the golden boy of the Norse gods. Kind, handsome, beloved by everyone. But then, he started having nightmares, the ominous kind, dreams about his own death, and this spooked the gods a lot, especially his mom, Frigg. Queen of Asgard and goddess of motherhood and foresight, she went full helicopter parent mode. She traveled across the 9 realms, asking everything in existence to swear an oath not to harm her precious boy. She got fire to promise, she got water to promise. She made rocks, metals, animals, diseases, and probably even mold and moss raise their right hands and swear they wouldn't hurt him. And this worked for a while. The gods even made a game out of it. They'd chuck stuff at Baldur, spears, axes, whatever, and laugh because it bounced off him like he was made of Teflon. But Frigg, despite her cosmic mom wisdom, didn't bother asking one thing to make a promise: a tiny little sprig of mistletoe, because it was too young and harmless to bother with, as the story goes. So, you've got the backstory, now let's get back to that dinner party. Mead's flowing, somebody's probably roasting a whole boar. It's its own vibe. And then Loki bursts in like, "What up, losers?" And here's where things turn grim. Among the dinner guests was Baldur, the god of light, joy, general golden retriever energy. I can't stress it enough, everyone adored him. So Loki obviously couldn't stand that. Loki being Loki took his opportunity when he saw it. He crafted a dart or spear, depending on the version, out of mistletoe, the one plant Frigg hadn't asked to spare Baldur. Then he handed it to Baldur's blind brother Hother, encouraging him to join the fun. Hother hurled it and struck Baldur dead. No! Gasp! So that put a damper on the evening's festivities. It was like the divine version of someone crashing Thanksgiving and knocking out Grandma with a lawn dart. I'm being silly, but I think that analogy is appropriate too, because Baldur wasn't just any god, he was beautiful, radiant, kind. So when he died, all of Asgard mourned. Even the rocks and trees were said to weep. His mother, Frigg, was inconsolable. His father, Odin, furious. That general feeling of, we've lost the best of us, washed over everyone and everything. Odin's other son volunteered to ride to the land of the dead. There he found Baldur in Hel's hall, seated in a place of honor, but still very much dead. Hel is Loki's daughter, by the way, not a place. The gods hunted Loki down. He tried to escape, but eventually was caught. They tied him to rocks deep underground and hung a venomous snake above his head, dripping poison onto his face. So unpleasant. His poor wife Sigyn tried to catch the poison in a bowl, but when she had to empty it, drops would hit Loki, and he would writhe in pain, causing earthquakes. There he stayed until... Well, Baldur's death is one of the major harbingers of Ragnarok, the Norse apocalypse. It marked the beginning of the end, but the thing is that after Ragnarok, a new world arises from the ashes. And guess who's prophesied to return? Baldur. Reborn into a peaceful new realm. It's a full circle moment. The golden god who died unjustly returns to help rebuild a better world. So it all has a good ending, eventually. This has been a long walk just to say that dinner is often cited as the mythic root of the 13th guest superstition. After all that mess, nobody wanted to risk an extra chair. If you like this story, it's only one of many on the Messy Minded Podcast Superstitions episode. The full episode is available anywhere you listen to podcasts.